All right, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an iPhone 4 that is supposed to be on iOS 4. Now, I can't remember exactly which version it is, but it's not 4.3.5, which is the only version you can downgrade an iPhone 4 to. So therefore, I know that this has not been downgraded, and this is an original iOS 4 iPhone 4. So without further ado, I've got the box here. Let's get it open and see what's inside. All right, here it is. It looks to be in good shape. There are no cracks and no dents on the body. And the screen is a little dirty, but we'll get that cleaned up. Let's see if it's got any power. And it does. There we go. We can see that it is at least iOS 6, but the photos in the listing showed iOS 4. I just don't remember which version. So let me get this cleaned up so the screen is not so dirty. And once it boots up, we'll have a look. All right, here we are. That is looking much better. Let's turn it on. Definitely iOS 4, you can tell right away. It's got the iPod instead of music. And let's look inside settings and see which version we have. 4.2.6, and this is, I believe, a CDMA model. You can tell because of the antenna bands and it being Verizon. So this is a 16 gigabyte. And this is pretty cool. I have a AT&T iPhone 4 on iOS 4.1.2 maybe, or no, 4.2.1, but I don't have a CDMA model. So this is definitely a keeper. Let's see if the camera works. And it does. This was the first iPhone to introduce HDR photos. Take a pic of the MagSafe battery case we got there. So the iPhone 4, when it came out, was a pretty special phone. It featured this new squared off design with a glass flat back and of course the Retina display. We got a FaceTime camera, an upgraded rear camera to 5 megapixels up from the 3GS, which had 3 megapixels. We got a camera flash. We got these nice new metal buttons. And this was a pretty revolutionary phone. We saw the first iPhone with an Apple silicon chip with the Apple A4, which upgraded the performance a little bit and doubled the RAM up to 512 megabytes, twice as much as the 3GS. And iOS 4 introduced multitasking for the newer devices that could run iOS 4. And this iPhone would go on to support iOS 5 and get all the features associated with iCloud and iMessage, and then iOS 6, which was a refinement of that. And then ultimately it got the upgrade to iOS 7, which, I don't know, it's not a great experience, but at the time, I'm sure if you owned an iPhone 4, getting that iOS 7 update was pretty cool. But looking back, this is a really neat model to have, a CDMA iPhone 4 on potentially the version of software that it shipped with. I don't know what these came with, but I think it was around 4.2.6. I could be wrong. If you know exactly which version the Verizon iPhone 4 shipped with, let me know down in the comments, because I do not remember off the top of my head. And that's another thing. The iPhone 4 was the first one where you could buy it and use it like natively on another carrier besides AT&T. So the first 3 generations of iPhones were sold exclusively through AT&T contracts. But the iPhone 4 expanded that. You could buy it as a Verizon and a Sprint, which is no longer available here in the US. and you could activate it on those networks out of the box. Those were sold later in the iPhone 4 cycle. The AT&T model came out first, followed later on by the Verizon and Sprint models. So that's been a look at the iPhone 4, and I'm really happy with the condition of this. It's going to go in the collection with my other unique devices. And I debated recording this on an iPhone 4, but the quality is just not that good. So I'll show you guys. This is my 13 here, which takes really nice videos. So you guys can experience this in 4K beauty, these lines. And, well, I think it just switched to the macro lens, which is not as good. Come on, go back. Go back. There we go. Okay. Yes. So yeah, this is a beautiful device, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Someone let me know in the comments what the first iOS version that a Verizon or Sprint phone shipped with back in 2010, 2011, when this was available. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.